Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that I have cleaned my entire living room. Although you'll notice that there are some things kind of laying around, and I will explain later in the video about everything. But for now, I wouldn't say this is 100% cleaned, but I'll just put it as this is what I got so far, and I'll explain later at the end of the video why. Let's start. Try to make this as quick as possible, not too long, but we'll do a little overview. Like I said, this whole series I did, this is the end, and we're just gonna go over everything. Not gonna go into depth, just gonna, talk. So let's begin. TV, it was pretty dusty, ended up cleaning it. Lots of paper towel and napkins. Had a lot of stuff here, just laying around. Ended up cleaning it, wiping it down. Yeah, it's good. Here by the Xboxes and the gaming consoles, there was also a lot of stuff just piled here. I believe I even had stuff here, maybe on top of there. Decided to get rid of all that. Now it's all clean, wiped it down. Here by Speedy's tank, well, my tortoise, he was pushed all the way to here. I had a bunch of stuff going here. This I'm gonna take with me. I'll explain at the end of the video. Paper, okay. So he didn't really have that much room or much stuff to see, especially on the right. So I moved him. He should be more in the middle though, not really on the left or right. Cleaned it off once again. This gunk or whatever from the water from cleaning his tank stuck on the shelving thing, so I'm not so sure how I'm gonna clean that. Still did my best. Here's another shelving unit right here. Just a bunch of Legos, nothing really too new. Took it down, wiped it down, kind of cleaned off the Legos a little bit. Over time, it still accumulated again, I guess. The most horrific one was on top of here, because there was literally black mold, I believe, sitting on top of here, dead plant leaves, and oh my gosh, it was toxic, it was horrible. I felt like I was gonna throw up, it made me sick, I was sneezing, but eventually I cleaned it all very well. And I put things like the vase back, lava lamp, pictures of my nephew and niece, mural. And then the only other thing I really thought about putting up here was more Legos. So I put more Legos. And some other stuff as well, like this turtle, airplane. Make it look good. Oh God. Alright, so now we'll explain right here why this hasn't been really cleaned, and it kind of looks like it just took a bunch of stuff and threw it here. These have been here just like for the longest of time. There wasn't too much cleaning that needed to be done, more like organizing, so I kind of organized it out and put it in a nice way. This accordion folder is coming with me though. That's not going to stay there. As well as the board games and other stuff here. Like I said, there was no room to put it anywhere else. So I decided to kind of organize it once again. And I didn't really wipe it down at the bottom though. I mean, here I kind of did, but not over there. I just left it be because I'm running low on time, which I'll explain. Next, I cleaned this whole big little shelving unit that had a bunch of books on it. It got the Blue's Clues books. Could be worth money. We had those since we were super young. National Geographic, lots of school papers, folders of mine, and then a lot of magazines, various stuff. Once again, really dusty. No sign of mold or whatever. Here was a bunch of boxes, printer boxes, Xbox box, computer box, all that type of stuff. A lot of gunk and junk that was over there, between, behind, all that stuff. And I decided to just clean it all, get rid of it, vacuumed it. Now it looks really nice. You could tell like the places where the carpet's been hiding versus the carpet right here is different colors, because obviously, we've been stepping on this for so long. So the globe I cleaned off is really dusty, loose. I tightened it up. It's really good. The stool just stayed there. Here below the lamp, there's a lot of stuff. I did put these basketballs and other stuff here, as well as the VR headset. Everything is still clean though, not dusty, nothing like that. Vacuumed, it's all good. Here the laptops always stayed here for the longest of time. I decided to just move it. Some stuff kind of accumulated up, like the power cube, water bottle, this. I'm all going to take that down. This bamboo plant is going to stay here. Pictures of my older brother, pictures of me. Started finding a lot of stuff like pictures. So I just decided like put them all around, hang them up and whatnot. This real quick, I think I recorded here too. I don't remember. Another little shelf thing, hanging shelf. I put Legos here, kind of organized it more, cleaned it off. But once again, organize. Still looks pretty cluttered, but it is what it is. Next we have this shelving unit, which I'll also explain too. Once again, just looks like everything was piled back, even though it's more, I guess you could say, organized. I don't know. All this stuff right here, the cologne, deodorant, air pressure thing, tape measure, that's all coming with me. This whole second shelf right here is going to be free. I'm taking everything here with me. And the sides of it, I forgot to show the sides. Legos. Some stuff there that should go in the garbage, but I just decided to leave it there. Yep. The top of this shelf was super dirty. Absolutely disgusting. So much dust. This is the one that made me sneeze the most. Surprisingly, there I am as well. The thing was so dusty, lots of Legos laying around, lots of gunk, garbage, lots of papers, I believe, too. I don't remember too much. I decided to clean it off, wipe it down, which is super hard to do with this presswood type of shelving. Also on the side here, got the Pac-Man stuff, which I'm also going to take. Legos, props from videos, fake Magnum. It's pretty funny. But I decided, like usual, gotta put Legos on here, and I did. Lots of Native American stuff that was also here too. Try to clean off. I was sneezing like crazy, and yeah. Very nice and clean. The bottom of this I never cleaned, and the reason why is because it's all just a bunch of school papers and binders and this and that, and I was gonna clean it, but it just seemed like too much, and I'm running low on time. So I decided to just leave it. It's kind of in the way, kind of not, but it is what it is. Next, we'll move on to this little section, which all this stuff was just laying here on a box. I just decided to push it backward, right up against the wall. That tripod is also coming with me. Nothing too much there. Next, this is the mother load shelf that's been here, the oldest shelf probably in the whole living room too. Fun fact. I had to clean this off like crazy. Very dusty. A lot of filthy, nasty stuff. Like everything was just covered in dust and gunk and gosh, everything. I cleaned it off the best I could. These bongos right here, these little drums might have to come with me or go back to my dad's house, which I don't know if anyone remembers those from past clips. Had a bunch of box of stuff with things in it. Just piled it on top. Lots of books, DVD movies and stuff. VHS, I believe it's called too. Gosh, I don't remember. Stacked up all the books very nicely. Then right here, unfortunately, turned out to be the worst. A lot of the stuff that's been under there, over there on the boxes, over here. I decided to just pile up here and just put here. Once again, you can't really notice it, but you could see almost all this stuff is kind of like junky stuff or props from vids. Vids as in videos, by the way, sorry. That I just piled there just in case if something happens in the future. Once again, I don't think it will. But after the second shelving thing is clean, and I believe that one with the gaming consoles, because I'm also taking both gaming consoles as well, believe it or not. All of this stuff will probably be taken out, maybe placed along there and here and everywhere, so I just don't even know. But yeah, I cleaned off the stereo system, very good. Had some stuff here, it was just piled, dusty, whatever, cleaned it off, books, stuff. That's a shelving unit. Where could we go to next? Next, we'll probably be here by the shoes. We're about to hit the 10-minute mark, but that's okay. This is going to be separate videos, but I'm going to compact them all into one using iMovie. I moved some boots and shoes around and took some with me. This salt's supposed to go in the garage. Graco box and stuff was there for the longest of time. We threw it away. That scooter should also be in the garage, but right now I just didn't really do much here. Just kind of cleaned it and whatnot. Here by the lamp, it was absolutely disgusting. Lots of dust, lots of stuff that wasn't being cleaned. I cleaned it off, wiped it down, all that type of stuff. And yeah, I don't know, all these keys and stuff. A lot of stuff started piling here because of my mom. I will get into that though later in the video. Put the urn, angel urn, a lot of stuff here. Cleaned off the lamp as well. I also cleaned it. Next too, under it is I organized. You can't really see it. I'm not so sure if I actually got this on video, but I also cleaned underneath it and organized quite a lot. Xbox games, old gaming controllers and whatnot. Can't really see that. Next over here, second to last thing I believe, I also placed an ornament over there too. My mom did all of this cleaning and organizing and whatnot, so I didn't do any of this. She did everything. This fan is supposed to go in the garbage. Taking that box with me. It's new shoes. And yeah, the last thing I guess I could say, I'll explain that too. Like, hey, I thought you said you cleaned it, but now look at all the junk right there. And your backpack and whatever. The last thing I'll say, what I cleaned, is I moved the bed and futon. This little couch. The hassock, which, yes, that's the name of that. It's called a hassock or hasstock. I don't remember. And the dog bed, which should not be here, should be in the garbage or thrown away or given away. I ended up moving the bed all by myself, moved the futon all by myself. It was horrible. It took me